Between some ordered books and some trips to the bookstore, I have a little haul here that is reflective of some of my out of the box interests in parapsychology or the paranormal, etc. So let's get right into it. Some of these are very esoteric titles. So, first up, Nick Land's Fanged Noumena. So Nick Land is kind of a philosopher type guy. He's had a real run lately on the internet with some of his unique theories he came up with back in the 80s and the early 2000s. Super curious about this fella. He was active in the 80s and early 2000s and has since kind of disappeared, but he set the precedents for things like Blade Runner-esque theories of how society was going to go. And well, we are currently in the future, so I'll leave that to you to decide if those theories are valid. But interesting cat, really curious about this book. Next up, The Holographic Universe by Michael Talbot. So this book explores the findings from a couple physicists about whether the universe as we know it is in fact a three or fourth dimensional hologram, influenced in part by the human mind. Trippy, but I'm curious, and this book was highly recommended. So there's that. Now we're going into the parapsychology, not even parapsychology, it's actual psychology, Without Conscience, The Disturbing World of Psychopaths Among Us by Dr. Robert D. Hare. An exploration in psychopathy as it being a spectrum, and then also what is that persona that is a psychopath. Very curious, and also how it can influence the corporate world that we are in today. Next, keeping up the theme of government projects, The Montauk Project by Preston B. Nichols and Peter Moon. So, Experiments in Time. So, this is kind of a unique title. In case anyone has ever enjoyed Stranger Things, which is completely based off of the Montauk Project experiments, where allegedly there was a government facility off of Montauk, New York, on the eastern tip of Long Island, where they were doing some very esoteric experiments in both time and physical matter manipulation, including interdimensional portals. So that is where a lot of the Stranger Things themes were borrowed via the Duffy brothers. Very curious about this. I might start this next. And then just for something a little bit more lighthearted, I got John McGahern's Amongst Women. So a family drama set in, I think, the 70s Ireland or 60s Ireland. Mixing it up a bit. So that is my book haul. What are we all reading this week or this coming month?